Why my room?
Because my room was locked.
Fern. A little discretion, okay? This is Dad's big night, not yours.
You.
Who is this guy in the Wall Street suit?
The guy in the Wall Street suit is your distant cousin. His name is Casey Nelson, and indeed this morning he was closing up his investment firm because I just hired him as cowboss.
Our what?
Casey. Casey, I want you to meet my daughter, Juanita. We call her Jazz. We think it fits her personality.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, golly.
Well, those things happen.
Oh,
Getting ready to leave again, aren't you?
You guessed this afternoon.
Known for days. How could you possibly think I didn't know?
Because I didn't. Or at least I haven't wanted to admit it to myself.
Where?
France.
I was beginning to hope, even believe that was all over.
Mike, it's my work.
I know. I think after all these years it would get easier, but it still tears my heart out every time you leave.
Please.
Hello, Mother. Traffic is getting worse all the time. It took me almost an hour. Hello, darling. To get here from Beverly Hills. Hi, precious.
hello, Mother.
Oh, sweet. Orange County has changed so much. This place was a veritable wilderness when I first married your father.
Any luck with the sales?
Mm-mm. Rodeo Drive is getting as expensive as Paris. How much longer can I afford to live there?
You're not pressed, are you, Mother?
Well, let's just say that being a sort of hostess for hire is not as lucrative as it once was. Too many of my clients that I depended on are gone. Anyway, your father must have been delighted to see the two of you at the fiesta.
I can't wait to get back to New York.
With Sylvie flying off to Europe, you're leaving the field of jazz.
No, Mother, must we trot that out again?
How could you be so short-sighted? Don't you know why she goes to the ranch almost every weekend? She's trying to make herself into the son he never had. Life is so unpredictable. He could change his will, you foolish, foolish girls. Oh, yes.
Surprise.
Thank you.
Tang. This is fantastic. Simply fantastic.
Not quite on the scale of a Hollywood producer, perhaps.
Oh, Mr. Tang, you joke. I mean, when I think of the hundreds of pictures you produced.
Chopsocky pictures don't make Oscars, Mr. Rosemont.
But very few in Hollywood, or anywhere else for that matter, make nearly as much money.
Exactly what have you got for us today, Mr. Rosemont? My associates and I have to invest before the communists enter Hong Kong.
Kulkillen Ranch.
Yes?
100 square miles of property stretching from the mountains to the ocean. The only undeveloped land between Los Angeles and San Diego, and the largest private holding in all of California.
Yes.
The ranch has suffered from the drought. Mike Kilkullen is in desperate trouble, and he knows it. I believe he can be made to sell. Whoever gets it will have a gold mine.
He's never realized its potential.
How much?
Billions. Maybe as much as 3 billion.
And your commission?
Usual, 5%.
$150 million.
Land is the only thing that counts. How many times have you told me that?
We'll talk.
The time is now, Mr. Tang. Mike Kilkullen owes my bank a fortune, and foreclosure is imminent.
I think we could be interested.
I'm pleased. For all of us. Mike, would you look around you? Your neighbors, your friends, all the old families you grew up with, up and down the coast. By selling their land, they become rich.
Progress, huh? From paradise to shopping centers to parking lots.
Oh, Mike, my client doesn't plan to.
Don't care what your client plans. They strip the land of every growing thing and plant asphalt, water it with money, and develop what? Unwanted, unneeded projects. They don't develop a damn thing. Just a bunch of carpetbaggers.
Mike, what do you plan to do when the bank calls in the loan?
Is that a threat?
Oh, come on, Mike. We're friends. Look, this is an opportunity. If you sell now, you not only wipe out your debts, you become one of the richest men in the world.
I was wrong. You have developed something. A large pain in my ass.
I can't believe the arrogance. He calls himself your friend and tries to bully you like that. He's so sure you're gonna have to sell.
I'll sell apples on a corner before I let him lay his hands on my land. Good shot, both of them.
Who would do something like this?
All of them shot. All of them shot.
Jeff,
Yeah?
where's Mike?
He's checking fences.
There were 6 warheads shot by the well.
What?
Yeah, we found a couple of calves alive. And I talked to the sheriff and the state police. You ever had any trouble like this before?
No, never. Casey, we got off to a rough start, but I want you to know how glad I am you're here. It's been so good for Mike.
Look, I'll be in LA on Wednesday and I can bring you up to date. How about dinner?
Well, I'll be back next weekend.
I don't want to wait till next weekend.
Okay, sure.
You keep glancing at me. Is there something wrong?
No, there's nothing wrong.
Casey,
Hey,
table's all ready.
great.
And the chef sent over your favorite pizza, smoked salmon and cream cheese.
That's why you picked this place.
Yes.
When I was Mel Botvinnik's Girl Friday, he photographed that pizza and won a prize with it. He called it Jewish pizza.
I can't imagine you as anyone's Girl Friday.
Thank you. That's how I got started at Dazzle. That's how you get started. You're one to talk. I first saw you in a pinstripe suit, then on the ranch, and now, what kind of cow boss are you anyway? Ranching isn't an easy life. And from what Mike tells me, you've got more money than you need. Why aren't you on Wall Street?
I was born on a ranch, Jazz. Brought up on one, and all the time I was growing up, I figured I'd spend my life ranching, and somehow, after college, I got sidetracked to Wall Street. And now I know I made a mistake. So I'm back where I belong. It's in my blood, just like it's in Mike's. Here's to an old-fashioned way of life. What?
Well, I was just thinking the ranch is almost 150 years old. Maybe times are changing. But you're right. Here's to an old-fashioned way of life.
And whatever the future holds in store.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's good.
Yeah.
I tell you, you're lucky you're alive.
Yeah, well, if I had 9 lives, I've probably used up about 3 of them.
Thank you. I had a great time.
Yeah, you know, when Mike offered me the job, I never counted on you. Good night.
Night.
Mrs. Kulkillen, may I say you look absolutely beautiful.
Well, thank you, sir. Ah, yes, I was a classic in my time. The perfect Savannah debutante. Groomed and polished from infancy. And I would have had a triumphant season, everybody knew that. But then my roommate at Foxcroft invited me west for the holidays. She gave a little party in my honor. And Mike Kilkullen was one of the guests. He was real cowboy. Gloriously handsome. Not like any of the boys I'd ever known. And I could have come from another planet as far as he was concerned, so of course we fell madly in love.
Well, that sounds like the beginning of what could have been a beautiful story.
The love story was beautiful, Mr. Rosemont. The rest of it was sad is not the wrong word. Because a ranch is all Mike ever wanted to be, and I couldn't help feeling exiled from the life I was born to.
That's when you went back to Savannah?
For a brief time. When Mike married Sylvie, I became the woman he was divorcing to take up with a movie star. I couldn't stand that.
Well, I think your time has come again, Liddy. May I call you Liddy?
Well, yes.
And I'm Jimmy.
Well, Jimmy, I can guarantee that my daughters will cooperate with us.
It's not your daughters I'm worried about.
Jazz, you're a very perceptive man. Yes. Jazz loves